Why are other groups of people always demanding that black people be the representation for their group? I saw Raheem say that, I think that's his name, and I thought that was so powerful. When a lot of these people who are speaking are anti-black racist themselves, but whenever something goes good that we're happy about, that we're talking about, that we're represented in, that is for us, by us, you always have other groups of people coming in saying, well, why weren't Hispanics in there? Well, why weren't white people in there? And why weren't these people in there? And when he said that, that shit touched me. When he said, why are other groups of people always demanding that black people represent their group when you can do the same thing?
I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but first, she said, why are people wanting to be included into, let's say, black content? Probably because they're following black ideology, where you are seeing more and more black people are saying they want representation in pretty much everything. Little Mermaid, I don't know, superhero movies, anything entertainment. They need to see their face in it. They need to see people of color in it. So now other groups of people are following lead. Okay, fine. If black people want to see their face in everything, why can't Hispanics? Why can't other people? So they're just following. You want to be represented. You. It's like, this is the thing where I feel like if a group of black people feel like they need to be represented in everything, well, other groups also feel the same way. Now, here's the more controversial part for me. I think it's stupid. I really do. I think it's stupid, and this is my personal opinion. I never felt Asian people cared. They don't care. Why do I need to see my face in the TV screen? It's whatever. It's whatever. It's not going to affect my life. It's not going to change my life. It's not going to make my life better. I grew up in the the 80s and 90s. Seeing all the action movies. I loved it all. Terminator, Predator. You name it. It's like, I love them all. Even these, like, you see these badass white guys. Who cares? Just a good movie, good action movies. I'm tired of how current society is. Everything needs to be about race. Everything needs to be about race. It's like not a single day someone is talking about race. It is very tiring, and it's divisive. It is. It just makes us angry at each other. Just makes us hate each other even more. I'm really tired of it. And in my personal opinion, besides for the crazy leftists right now, very few Asian people care. They care about, right now, working hard to just have a better life. If you see statistically, it's Asian minorities are, have the highest income. They have the families with the most income. They work harder. Because honestly, they don't care. They're not busybody. They're not caring about all these social politics, about race, about gender, all that shit. Just come on. That doesn't make your life better. It really doesn't. So it's become so, it's actually just, it actually makes us worse. We are a nation about diversity, yet we're constantly at each other's throats. It is tiring. It really is. And I just wish the Hispanics, the whites, the Muslims, the blacks, just like fucking get over it. It really doesn't make your life better. It honestly hasn't. The more we talk, the more we're talking about it, it just makes it worse. It makes us hate each other even more. Like I said, I'll probably get hate for this. It's just that I wish that we look past our differences and just see who we are inside. I always felt like, what? Little Mermaid should have been just what it is. All these other entertainment, just let it is. Just let it be. And then we always have to like fight about everything. Everything has to be a fight. And it's making us worse. It's like, that's why I wouldn't be surprised if we have a civil war, because we just hate each other. We really hate each other. And then we bring in politics. We hate each other even more. And then you don't realize that, going back to the original, you don't realize that how your mindset of always thinking about race, it affects other people. Now, other people are always thinking about race. You don't realize that, you constantly need representation. Now, everyone needs representations. So that is why now in your own, material, your own entertainment, people are asking for representation. It's like you're it's going full circle. You ask for representation in other people's, projects. Now other people are asking for representation in your projects. That's the thing where because we constantly need to make race an issue, so now everyone's making it an issue. I just wish people would just stop it with that shit. Just really stop it with that. Oh, and I'm part of the group that I don't demand black people to be the representation of, I don't know, whatever. I'm not representing Asian people, but I don't think Asian people care. I don't disregard the paving of the way that older generations of black people have done for minorities. I just feel like they have done such an amazing job. Personal opinion, they've done such amazing jobs. Now it has given freedom to the prosperity of all minorities. So Asian people don't care now. We are good. We have equal rights. We don't need or care to be represented. So we are doing good. We're focusing on achieving the American dream by, trying to succeed financially. So I don't know about maybe the Hispanics and white want representation. They want black people to, do that, but I don't think Asian people do.
I'm about to get everybody mad. Stop blaming white cops for the killing of black kids. Instead, teach your black children to be obedient towards authority. I don't care. When I was 15 years old, I'm walking down Hollis in Queens. And an Italian cop drove right by me. And I locked eyes with the cop, and we stared at each other. He drove by. My ego and his ego. True story. He comes around the block, jumps out the car, grabs me, and smashes me up against a brick wall. Takes out his Glock and puts his Glock to the back of my head. No cameras, no iPhones, no social media, no recordings. He says to me, watch, say something. And in that moment, I hear the voice of my mom and my father. Son, obey authority. Son, respect your elders. And in that moment, with that Glock pressed to my head, I got to make a decision. Either my ego is going to be strong, or my submission to authority is going to be stronger than my ego. And if I let my ego in that moment be stronger than my mother's teachings to obey authority, then I'm hurled into eternity by a cop's bullet. Why? Because my ego was stronger than my submission. And I don't care if most of y'all are black. You need to teach your children to obey authority. We need to teach our sons and daughters to obey authority. We need to teach our children to not fight against authority, not fight against cops, not rebel. And you need to teach yourself, stop cheating on your taxes, stop bending your numbers. Watch, the Lord said, give back to Caesar what belongs to him. That is, be submitted to governmental authority.
Were you triggered? This is the thing where pride and ego is a sin. I see this, right? I honestly believe, now this is not 100%, but if you don't have respect for authority, that also means that you most likely wouldn't have respect for your parents. It's just a mindset. You don't respect the cop, I doubt you will respect your parents. It's most likely you don't respect your parents. So why would you respect cops? You don't treat your parents with respect. You don't treat your parents with fear of authority because you don't fear their authority. You don't fear your parents' authority. You don't obey your parents' authority. So yeah, I'll bet you people will trigger that because they're too prideful, egotistical. They're not scared of their parents. They don't respect their parents' authority. So of course, why would they respect the authorities of officials? So I think that's something that we have to really understand. Ego and pride is killing a lot of people.
Let's say your son goes to the NFL or the NBA. They make millions. Do they owe you? But you funded his basketball stuff growing up. You bought him his first basketball. You put him in these AAU basketball leagues. You're the reason why he's in the NBA. Does he owe you?
Your kids don't owe you for nothing, homie. Whatever you pour into your children, there's no return check on that. They don't owe you for that. They don't go up and do nothing to you. They don't owe you nothing. They didn't ask to come here. Your children are a result of your choice. They don't owe you nothing. You owe it to them to make sure they are better than you.
This is the type of mindset that propagates dysfunction. When you think that your child owes you something simply because you've been a parent, it really makes no sense.
That is the problem when people think that their children are their retirement plan. That is the thing where your return on investment is that you produced good adults. Your parenting skills was top notch. Your children are a reflection of you, that you produced good people. That should be the only return. You should be happy that your children are happy. That should be good enough. This is the problem with a lot of people nowadays. They put their children above their partner, and then in some cases also above their own, what would be best for them, their own happiness. In the sense that, they think that, okay, let me invest in my child, so my child will be my return on investment. My child will be my retirement plan to take care of me when I'm. No, what should be is that your partner should be the person to help you in retirement, to be there. That's why you chose. That's one of the principles of marriage, right? I guess the business side of marriage, where you chose a partner that will be there with you through sickness and in health, good times and bad times. We built a society where we prop up children above our partners, and then we're surprised that, when our partners leave, our children goes out and do their own thing, live their own life. It's like, what? why am I alone? What happened? Why aren't my kids taking care of me? Why aren't my kids supporting me? I mean, this is the thing where, again, we lose our sense of self by putting it on our children. Now, again, I'm not saying that, oh, don't love your children. No, two things can be true at once. Where, yes, you should protect, provide, and educate your children. You should really, get them to be the best version of adults they can be. But again, you neglect partnership. You neglect your marriage. You neglect your relationship because you put your full focus on your children. And that's why you see a lot of people say, oh, I put my children above my partner. Oh, cool. But guess what that results you? Where you are alone and then taking care of your children. And then when your children grow up, you are still alone. Because that mindset, when you don't care about the person you gave kids to, you don't care about the person that you should technically spend your rest of life with, well, there's results to that. It's going to show that, you know what, you are alone for a reason. So, I mean, I took it in a different perspective, but I see that's why a lot of people, they put so much emphasis on children and they forget the people they had the children with or the partner they're with and just ignore it. So. Things like that give me hope for America, because I can never understand why, we are at each other's throats, why we hate each other, why we can't have a good, stable community. I can't understand. I can't understand why we always see race, see class, see hate. Because things like that, you could see that in other countries. But the thing is that other countries are not melting pots. They're not diverse. The U.S. is, yet you can't see that unity, that community, that love, that, no hate for each other. It's sad. It really is. I really, the beauty, no trash on the floor, people that hate their community, hate the people around them, hate the world around them. I don't know. It's sad to see that there's only pockets like that in our country, and it can't be the country as a whole. It's sad.
I thought women wanted us to have money. And I thought women wanted us to have money as fast as possible. So I don't see why I'm hopping on here and I see a lot of these fake saying something about us men not going to college. Like, y'all not willing to wait on a man's success because you're not willing to understand the vision that we have. And while some women may get on here and say like, oh, find a woman that understands that, do you understand how hard that is? Especially when you run to a woman that already got some type of success going on in their life. They need you to get success as fast as possible. Women have a minute clock in their head. So it's like, okay, if you're not going to do it in the time frame that they like it, they're going to go to somebody else with money. The average woman ain't finna sit here and understand that I'm in college and I don't have no money for real. I can't take her out for real. I can't get her for real. And I still live with my or whatever the case may be. The average woman is not going to understand that now. So I don't understand why it's such an uproar on why a lot of black men are going to college. Why there is other reasons on why. That is one of the reasons. A lot of money in their pocket, a lot of money in their hand, like that. Especially growing up in the hood, and women love them. So what make you continue to think about long-term success when the women want us to have money and have it now and have it as quick as possible? I'm not sitting here saying every woman is like this, but most women are like this. Even women that are still in college and struggling they damn self. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, while there's other reasons like, having no guidance, or simply not wanting to go, or complacent, or what a woman would call being complacent, even though he's happy in the position that he is in his life, you may call that complacent. But like I said, while there is other reasons, the women want us to have money, especially women that's already successful in the field that they're successful in. They want us to already have it. Like, a lot of people look at my life, oh, you got 500,000 followers. Oh, you up. Just started getting my life together. So what make you think I'm even finna go after a woman? And I'm not in school either. So it's like, stop acting concerned, bro. Y'all not really concerned about a nigga.
Great that he has 500,000 followers. This is something that, and he said a lot of things that are understandable. This is something that a lot of women also don't understand. The pressure that men feel. That, yes, women are doing better than ever. So men and women say this too. Men need to upgrade. Men need to do better. But they don't realize nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. So what does that mean? With that pressure that you need to build right now, you need to build something now. Because women are expecting to come out of college to date a man her own age. Yet that man her own age needs to be close to or already making six figures. And needs to be or on his way. But this is the thing what women don't realize. Most men, average men, we're not talking about top tier men. We're not talking about, like men that are special, rare. No, most men do not make six figures, at least until they're late into their like either 40s or even higher. Because it takes time to, climb the ladder of whatever job you have. So shit like that, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. And a lot of young men are struggling in that. Because they feel that pressure, they will do stupid things. And stupid things is trying to get fast money. So they see that college is not helping them, at least quickly. So they would do other things to try to gain fast money. Guess what? Well, a lot of fast money comes with like big problems. And fast money never works or rarely works. So that is why a lot of men are failing, where they think they know what to do, but they're not. They don't. They're failing at going about things. So it's like there's no grace, but there's no one also guiding these men. A lot of these men are raised by single mothers, no father, no good father around, no men to guide them to be better, have better financial education, no men to steer them away from the mindset that you need to make fast money. You need to build yourself already so you can get a woman. No, none of these men don't have the guidance that young men need. So a lot of women really don't actually sympathize or understand the issues men are facing, and it's sad. They wonder why men aren't accomplishing more, but it's like they don't understand the process. They don't understand the struggles to even get there. And that is why rare men are honestly doing well. The six-figure men, the men that are the top 20% of men. These men are doing well because they don't have the problem. But it's always the 80% of men that are struggling and not knowing how to go about the world.
My husband surprised his son by taking him to the prom.
Leave it for her. The father's not like her.
He didn't know his pop was going to be there. He's crying. This is monumental. I know. All right, come on. I need to. Excuse me. I love the candidness.
I honestly believe having women lead your community, lead your family, will lead it to its failure, to lead it to its downfall. We have, in so many generations, not had to deal with this BS. And women are complaining about it too. Men aren't men anymore and all this stuff. Well, guess what? It's thanks to you. It's thanks to you. You wanted to change. You promoted the change. You did everything you can to have things change. Yeah. Men are softer than ever. Men are feminine than ever. Men are wanting to become women. Men are wanting to become women instead of embracing, accepting, loving themselves for who they are. No, they need to become women. They need to become women. It's just, I don't know. It's just a sad thing because I'm seeing it more and more where a lot of men can't handle their emotions. A lot of men sees a bad life being a man, don't like being a man, so they want to be women. It's just a lot of mental disorder. I don't know. This is not going to bode well for our society, where we're seeing the changes. We're seeing women at the head of this helm, right? At the head of this ship, and it's sinking. It is.
A grandmother has pleaded guilty to shooting her grandchild in the face, allegedly motivated by her disapproval of her son's relationship with a white woman. According to reports, she claimed she was seeing demons at the time of the incident.
My mama shot my niece, please. Please don't stay still. Please, I'm taking her back.
Deputies responded urgently to a call, that led them to an apartment where they discovered a 5-month-old child with a gunshot wound to the head. The child's grandmother, identified as the shooter, fled the scene but returned after a brief police pursuit. Mia Harris was arrested and brought in for questioning.
Run me my money. Run me my. You don't rape and pillage the earth and think you don't get judged. Got a cup of water, cup of coffee. Get.
Harris spent nearly 5 hours in an interrogation room at the sheriff's office, offering multiple explanations for her anger. She claimed her family was attempting to kill her, steal her belongings, take her money, destroy relationships, and even sabotage their lineage. As she sat alone in the room, her self-directed conversation appeared disjointed.
We was flowing with milk and honey when you brought your over here. Racking and killing up the buffaloes, and now we ain't got nothing. Now I'm saying you don't jump the take my to the casinos and
Two things, okay? A lot of women don't need to be mothers. A lot of women don't need to be mothers. They are just as toxic men. This is the thing. This is why I'm tired of the racism thing. I'm tired of that because it's killing you. It is poisoning you. This is the thing where the black community sees race more than the white community. Black community is more pressed about race than the white community is. And guess what is it doing to you? What is it doing to you? Is it really helping your life? Is it really, strengthening your community? Is it? It's not. It's really not. It's just poisoning you. It's just making you sick. It's not helping your community. It's not helping the community. This whole racist, this divide that we all have, it's just destroying each other. It really is. You're so mentally disturbed that you see racism. So now you would shoot your granddaughter in the face. Unbelievable.